YouTube, it's your boy Fishing Ken, Hook City TV. You know I got my main man with me,
Hook City.
and it's going down. Hey man, I want to tell y'all real quick, I also got my man behind the camera today, E-Will, aka Rev the Third, and it's going down. Listen, real quick, man. I know that y'all have been asking for a catch, clean, and cook. We came out here to have a real good time catching these bluegill. Scratch that. Out here catching these donkey bluegill, and today, he do it to me every time. Every time I try to make an intro, guys, this is what Dad does to me. Y'all see it. Y'all see it every time. Every time. That's a female red ear. Check this out. Little red ear. We're gonna let that one go back, man. Cause we got some big fish. But man, listen, hand size is pan size. And guys, it's crazy that I'm telling y'all this, but we're gonna let this fish go. Look, that's hand size, pan size. But we're gonna let that go because that is one of the smallest fish we have caught today. Look, man, I'm here for one reason. I'm gonna have to hold his pole so he won't catch another one while I'm trying to do this intro. We're about to do a catch, clean, and cook. Hey man, go get your popcorn, go get you something to drink. It's about to go down. I'm gonna catch a few, then we're headed to the cleaning table. Ain't nothing changed, man. We're using the 7.6 ACC crappie stick. Depending on which rod we're holding, right now we're using the Shimano Sienna 10-pound Power Pro. And no, it's not overkill, guys. When I tell y'all, you might want to come out here with some braid. You start that 2-pound stuff, I know you can correct your drag and probably catch a few fish. But we have absolutely laid the hammer on these fish today, and we did it with Power Pro line. Look, we're using a 1/16 ounce itty bitty hook, man. About a number 6 hook. And I'm just using whole worm. I've seen a lot of YouTubers do it. So I just been wacky wigging these worms, and they are lighting fire out of it, man. You know we're using the live scope perspective view, guys. Let me show you something. This is like live, baby. So all those craters, y'all know what time it is. Y'all watched the videos. The craters are the beds, all right? So shout out to the Bass Tank for the marine electronics. And listen, if you want to utilize perspective view, you want to do something like this, you have to have the correct perspective mount. And I know there's a lot of people out there, but let me tell you something, man. Go check out Summit Fishing, man. We got our perspective view mount from Summit Fishing, which allows us to adjust it a bunch of different ways, which means that we don't just have to be in shallow water. I'll get into that later. But Summit Fishing is the great place to get your mount at a good price, man. Your boy Fishing Ken told you, go get you one if you have that live scope. Let's catch a few. There you go. Try this way a little more. There he is. Oh, I smell sandwiches. Boy, now look, this is the cool thing about fishing out here, man. This water is so clear, man. So as I'm fighting this fish, I mean, look at that, man. Just pure beautiful. I mean, they don't give up. All under the boat, just acting a fool.
Yeah, they don't.
Uh-oh, we got a double going?
Yeah, that's a small one though.
You sure? It might grow at the boat. That's another red ear. We done found a little red ear patch.
Yep, that's a red ear.
Little patch of red ear. Now listen, this one right here is gonna be table fare, y'all. So
this one right here going back.
This one right here gonna be table fare. A lot of people have trouble, man, getting those hooks out, man. You gotta push back. You wanna try to get back through the same hole you created when you set hook and twist, and that joker come right out of there, man. Now listen, for y'all that's been around my channel long enough, y'all know number one, we do this thing, right? We lay him in our hand. And if it's hand size, he pan size. That fish, my friends, will go towards the fish fry. We're gonna make some bluegill sandwiches, and it's gonna be off the chain. Let's go, baby. I told y'all, man, we've been hammering these fish. And listen, all of them, y'all. All of them. I'm not keeping him if he's not gonna be hand size, pan size. Anything we pick up anything we pick up here, same thing. Check this out, and I do mean anything. Look at the size of these blue. Are y'all serious, man? Now this is the crazy part. This fish, that fish right there, when we fillet him out, it's probably gonna be about a 5 or 6 inch fillet. I'll lay that baby over some bread. We're gonna get the family fed.
They disrespecting you up
Hey,
there.
man, you ever got hit so hard to make your leg come up off the ground? I tried to put that thing back down, but God, dog. All right, I got to rebait y'all. We gonna get back in this thing in 1 minute. Gotta get a few fish catches for y'all though, man, because we got the meats. We ain't Arby's, but we got the meats. But we're just enjoyed ourselves today, man. I've had a good time. I thank God for today. Got down here and jumped on these fish, had some good fellowship. Myself, my dad, and my buddy Early. Got out here, man, and enjoyed ourselves. These bluegill have really cut up today. We're in a newer bed, so they're not as active at the moment. But I believe I'm gonna get them to do something. Now watch this fish when he come up. Watch this fish when he come up. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Here he come. Here he come. Well, look, boy.
Show the people that fish.
Man, do y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you here? The fillets on this fish, man. Guys, in the comment section, I know y'all are gonna watch this bluegill video, and I want to hear from y'all personally. Which is your favorite panfish? Crappie or bluegill? I'll tell you mine later on in the video, but I want to hear it in the comment section, man. Which one is your favorite to catch? And then also, which one is your favorite to eat? Man, we're thumbing these bluegill. Just makes my heart happy, man.
Yeah, some big nugget.
Some nudged him all right.
Little bitty fish.
Baby. Are you letting it go to the bottom? That's another baby copper nose.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Wrangle that horse.
Yeah, that's your other horse.
Wrangle that horse.
Cut his head, you got tail.
I need you to catch one better than that then. We can't eat him.
Nah, cut his head, you got
Cut
tail.
your head, he got tail. No, we can't do nothing with him.
No, we don't want him.
But listen, you better know when to grab him.
Something little.
Yeah, something.
Ooh wee.
Boy, did you see that thing? Oh, look at this fish, y'all. Wait. Hey, y'all, look. Somebody come look at this. Come and look at this. Boy, let me show y'all something. You want to know if he's a male in the spring? Dehydrated. I'm gonna tell you what, man, we're gonna get a release on this fish. Guys, we have more than enough bluegill today. And we're just gonna get a good release on this fish, man. You see that water, watch this. He gone. Oh, God. Boy. Wee. Man, that fish just scared my life out of me and back in me. And I set the hook on time. And that ain't even no big fish, man. That ain't no big fish.
He hands
Come here, you mean joker. I mean, y'all.
He hands side.
Listen. If there's bigger bluegill in Texas as consistent as this little lake, please let me know. Let your boy Fishing Ken know. I'm willing to travel, okay? If y'all can find bluegill consistent, I'm not talking about you got 5 or 6 big ones, and it takes 7 or 8 little ones before you can get to that again. But boy, that ain't water, y'all. But listen, if you can consistently catch 9 and 10 inch bluegill in any other lake in Texas, I ain't talking about no pond with feeders on it. I'm talking about a natural water body. Please hit. Listen, if it's a secret and you need to keep it in my inbox, you can email me at hooksHCTV2@gmail.com. Oh man, Dad just hooked up. Boy, this don't make no sense. So guys, what we have here is Hook City getting down on them, okay? That's my dad. Get him, Dad. That's my daddy. Get him, Dad.
Here we
Consistently. Didn't I just say consistently? Huh? Consistently doing this, man. That's pure ridiculous. Dad, you know what? I got you. I got you back, man. I'm gonna take him off for you.
I appreciate it.
Man, I'm a gentleman and a scholar.
really appreciate
I'm a gentleman and a scholar, ain't I?
All right. All
He
right.
wouldn't agree. He just said, all right, y'all.
All right.
Oh, man, but listen.
Gentleman and a scholar. And he's a go back.
My bad.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. Or do we have some cleaning to do? Guys, let's get busy. Y'all ready?
We got some work.
What you think, Hook?
Plenty of work.
We got plenty of work. One thing I want y'all to know when cleaning these bluegill, that they are structured exactly like a crappie, man. The bone structure is the exact same. They're just built. They look like they're built a little bit different. They're more round. So what you need to know, man, is there's just a few cuts. I'm gonna give it to you real quick because we got a lot of work to do. First cut, we're gonna go behind the fin or behind the gill plate. It's a good way to look at it. We're gonna cut at a diagonal angle. That's cut one. Cut two, we're gonna go inside of that cut, turn my knife, and I'm gonna feel for the backbone, and I'm gonna run the length of the backbone, stopping before I go through the tail. All right, stop there. Open them up. So there's the backbone that I was talking about that I'm following. So now we have just rib cage and skin on the back side. What I'm gonna do is start right there at the tail, start my cut, turn my knife, and go down the length of the fillet. Oh, come off of there. Got a little bit of that fin. We can clean that up. So last but not least, man, we're gonna make a V or a C cut, and that's gonna take that rib cage out. Right, rib cage is out. That's why I wasn't worried about that skin. There's a boneless, skinless fillet, man. Safe for your kids to eat, and safe for the adults that don't feel like messing with bones. Let's go, baby. We got work to do. We got Early over there on the manual blade doing his thing. After his Rapala took a crap, we got Dad over there on rib cages. Now we're getting this thing going, man. We got a lot of bluegill to clean. One cut. Two cut. Three cut. Throw him to Dad. He's gonna make the V cut for me so I can flip over and keep moving.
1 hour later.
Just like that, man. Finished. It is done. 97 bluegill later, in about 45 minutes, and a bucket of fillets. The cleaning part is done. That's the hard part. The fun part is done too. Caught the fish, cleaned the fish. It's time to cook the fish. I see y'all in the kitchen. All right, guys, welcome back to the last leg of this catch, clean, and cook. So guys, it's been a couple of days. I was completely beat a couple of days ago when we caught these and cleaned these fish. We cleaned 97 bluegill, and let me tell you, don't think that means we were greedy. That means that we were able to feed multiple households, man. So I thank God for that. We have the boneless, skinless fillets here, but I got another surprise, man, that I wanted to just add to the mix. Everybody's seen bluegill get fried. Everybody's seen fish get fried, but I did something different. So in the saltwater game, sometimes you can buy throats. So I figured I would try the bluegill throat. And let me tell you something, man, that looks like a little chicken nugget, just a pure piece of meat right there, man. So we're gonna fry those. We're also gonna fry these fillets, which I told y'all, man, hand size, pan size. Look at that fillet. Now, if I didn't tell you, you would think that was a crappie fillet. All right, guys. Of course, we're using gas. My house is ran on gas, so what I'm gonna do, man, I'm not gonna set this thing really high. We are using canola oil. We're gonna be using canola oil. I'm gonna put this on about halfway. Guys, what I wanna do is I wanna make sure that I'm not burning my grease. So if you crank this thing up, for you guys that don't do a lot of cooking, if you crank this thing up because you want your grease to get hot, yes, it needs to be hot grease, but if you do it too fast, you can burn your grease. And after the first drop, the first few fillets, you're gonna either burn your fillets, you're gonna burn your grease, which is gonna give you a really nasty, bad taste. So we're gonna take our time while we're prepping everything and let this grease warm up. If it starts popping, it's time. It's hot, believe me. Let's get back over here and prep these bluegill fillets. In preparation, we got a few things that we're gonna use. Number one, you need your yellow cornmeal. I love cornmeal. There's a lot of fish fries out there. I just like the texture and the taste of cornmeal. I'm also going to be using yellow mustard as a binder. All right, and then last, after the bluegill fillets are fried, I'm going to hit it with some of this tasty, tangy. No, I'm not working with McCormick's, but let me tell you something, man. That tasty, tangy thing, boy, it got a little bit of love in it, y'all. I don't know where it came from, but I've literally put down lemon pepper messing with this tasty tangy. I can tell you that it has ranch seasonings in it, and that right there gives it the kick that I need. Again, we're gonna be putting this on last, and I'll explain it why later. Anytime you're frying food, it is best to make sure that there's not a lot of moisture. So what I did is I laid this out over my cutting board, and then I took some paper towel. I'll give you a quick example. Took some paper towel and I just pressed on these fillets, and what that's gonna do, that's gonna get that moisture out. The reason we want the moisture out is because if you have water on this fish and you drop it in that grease, it's gonna pop you. And let me tell you something, it ain't nothing you want. Make sure you're a clean cook, guys. Don't be out there cooking for somebody and you're nasty. So yes, we washed our hands previously. Our surface is clean, everything is ready to go. Now, this is what I'm gonna do. Empty bowl, I'm gonna take every fillet I got. I got everything in the bowl. I'm gonna take the mustard. For y'all that do not like the taste of mustard, believe me, you will not taste it, guys. As long as you don't overdo it, you will not taste the mustard. So all I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna give you a measurement, but we're just gonna lightly coat. We're gonna lightly coat our fillets. Now, listen, I'm gonna get in there with it. I'm not gonna play with it. I'm gonna get in there with it. All right? Like Granny say, you gotta mix that thing. You can't play with it. So listen, that's all I'm doing. Just a nice coat, man. And again, this is just the binder it's to help it stay, help the cornmeal stay on, and it's gonna give us a real good crunchy. We're gonna get a real good crunchy, and that's what that's for. We got our grease about up to temperature, so we're closing in on being ready for the fry. So guys, this is what I want y'all to know. Get yourself a towel. What I like to do, I like to have a clean hand and a dirty hand, right? So the clean hand touches everything, the dirty hand touches all the meat and yada, yada, yada. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna overload our cornmeal. Doing so will clump up the cornmeal. It won't be smooth, it won't be good looking. So this is what we'll do, one at a time. Again, it's a process, man. And I'm just gonna give it a little shake and bake, okay? Man, y'all don't know what y'all finna get yourself into. So we got that totally covered, right? I'll go ahead and put another one in there. I don't wanna overload it, but I'll put two in there. Put that second one in there, wipe my little fingers off, do the same thing. Get it rolling. All right? Now, you can also use a plastic bag. Grandmama used to use the old shopping sacks. We ain't gonna do it like that. COVID-19 is real. You can use bowls, you can use sacks, paper sacks even. And then too, sometimes I would use a Ziploc bag. And that's just to make sure you don't make a mess. But I'm kind of veteran in the game now, guys, so I can make it happen. We're gonna do 3 at a time. You also don't want to overload your grease, because what will happen is it'll drop temps real fast. And listen, if you're trying to fry fish and your grease ain't hot, you're gonna have a greasy piece of fish. If your grease is too hot, you're gonna burn your fish, and it's not gonna taste the way you want it to taste. So make sure you're somewhere between 350 and 375 when you're frying fish, man. So look, real good close up. We got a good coating on this fish, man, and it's working like it's supposed to. So we got 3 fillets in there, guys. The grease is where we want it. We're gonna go drop her in. That grease is moving, so we gotta hurry up. What I wanna do, I wanna shake off any excess and then lay that puppy right in there. Listen, if you drop some fish in some grease and it don't start dancing, your grease is cold. Shaking it off is gonna make sure you don't have all those little crispies sitting at the bottom of your grease. Boy, that's pretty. That's how that thing should look, man. Hey, so we're gonna grab some tongs. Look at that. We're gonna grab some tongs. I don't know why it is that you gotta do this before you use them. And then I just got a plate with a paper towel on it so that when I take these babies out of the grease, you'll have something to soak up that excess grease. We don't wanna be letting that sit on our fish. Guys, there is no, it's hard to mess this up. This is what you gotta do. This is what I want y'all to know. When these things start floating, take them out. It's time to take them out. I'm gonna get my vents going. When they start floating, guys, and they stop frying, it's time to take them out. We don't want this stuff to turn into whip leather, so don't fry them too long, y'all. Ooh, it's gonna be golden and holding. All right, guys, as y'all can see that the sizzling has slowed down. Those fillets are now risen to the top. All right, we're using a deeper saucepan, so we're essentially deep frying. But now those babies are floating, which is exactly what we need. They're not sizzling anymore. So we're gonna grab, man, look at, boy, I ought to be ashamed of myself. Man, that is a bluegill fillet. All right, guys, that's why we keep our napkin right there. We're just gonna give it a little shake, man. We're gonna lay them fillets right on top of that. Boy, that's pretty. Boy, I need to start a bluegill restaurant. We're gonna shake off a little bit of that excess. We ain't trying to eat grease, we're trying to eat fish. So guys, here's the important part. Let me put them down real quick. I'm gonna grab my McCormick's, y'all. This is what I was talking about. Uh-oh. Where's that other one? This one not open. And let me tell you something. That's all the seasoning I'm gonna need. Straight on. Straight on. So I want y'all to take a look at my grease, man, after the first fry. So the first fry is there. Is very little residual left over in there. The more residual you got, the more that stuff is gonna end up on your crappie fillets, and they're not gonna look like you want them to look on the plate.
Bluegill fillets.
Bluegill fillets. Thank you, baby. Number 2, let's go over here to my cornmeal. Same thing with my cornmeal. My cornmeal is not clumped up. It ain't looking weird, funny. That's because we're taking our time when we put one in at a time and let it get coated before we put number 2 in, man. I'm anal about that because I love for my fish to look good. And then hit that grease. If he don't sizzle, he ain't right, man. He needs to sizzle. We're gonna put a few more in this time, man. I think we got 5. That's 3. Shake, shake, shake. Number 4. Guys, listen to me. I know a lot of people are scared to put something in hot grease. I've seen a lot of funny videos, but listen, if you just take your time and lay them in there, you don't get all that splash and all that, man. Those fillets are rolling. All right, again, I want y'all to notice how high and how much sizzle is going on right now. Again, if you want to tell when your fish is done, it's not going to take that long, number 1, because bluegill fillets are not that big, okay? So right now they're sizzling hard, they're rolling hard. When they start to calm down, you'll see them floating, and that'll be your cue to give them a few more seconds and then let them out of there.
Stop it.
All right, guys, once again, falling apart on me though. Once again, those fillets have stopped moving. And listen, if you keep those fillets in there after they stop rolling, all you're gonna do is be turning your fillet into a paper towel. And I don't want mine turned into a paper towel. I want them to be good and ready to be put on this bread for sandwich makers. So we're gonna take those out of there. That was about a quick 4 or 5 minutes. Not real long. Again, we're not dealing with a really thick fillet, but I can tell you that thing is gonna be plenty crispy and plenty good. All right, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my grease off. Turn that little grease off, and I'm gonna move it to the side because we don't need no issue.
What about?
Yeah, thank you, baby. And then again, I'm just gonna apply my seasoning. The reason why, I know y'all been waiting on this, the reason why I do it last is because you take a hot fillet and drop that seasoning right on top of it, and that seasoning, I mean, it just engulfs that fish. So it doesn't take a lot, and you really get what you need out of it. Throats up next. That's cool. All right, guys. So we got all our fillets done that we're gonna be using for tonight. And man, let me just give y'all a little something real quick. Let me just give y'all a little. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh my, ooh, that's hot. So we're gonna go ahead and deal with these throats, and we're gonna do it the same way, man. This is new to me. They're a little bit thicker piece of fish, so we're gonna really let that grease warm back up, guys. When you continuously use grease, again, the temperatures drop on it. So every now and again, maybe after 2 or 3 batches, go ahead and let your grease sit on the fire again, just so it can get back up to temperature, so that you can be frying at optimum performance. Okay, so we're going to give that a second. That grease will start moving again, and once I see it moving again, or if you want to use a thermometer, again, 350, 375, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. I feel like I can kind of feel my way through that. But we're gonna go ahead and let that grease get back hot, and we're gonna go ahead and put this cornmeal on these throats. And we're gonna go through the same process. Clean hand, dirty hand. I want to give a shout out to everybody that said they wanted to see a catch, clean, cook guide. Here it is, and I really hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all are enjoying this catch, clean, and cook, if you want to see more of those catch, clean, these kind of videos to catch, clean, and cooks, I need y'all to do me a favor. Number 1, like this video. Number 2, comment on the video and let me know that y'all are enjoying or have enjoyed this video. And then let me know what else y'all want to see me cook, man. Man, I sure need to quit doing all this frying, so we will be doing a little bit of grilling. Man, I tell you what, I'm excited about these throats. All right, man, so again, that's a throat, which is just the bottom side of that bluegill that you really miss when you fillet them. We're gonna lay them puppies in there, and we're gonna let them roll. Again, if you're dropping fish and it's not rolling, you need to turn your grease up or wait a little bit longer. One of the two needs to happen. Just to reiterate, 350 to 375. Get you all the way live. All right, guys, so those babies have came to a slow crawl, so it's time to take those out. And we're gonna just, again, drop some of that grease back in there and put them over here with our fillets. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, man, that thing is pretty. I might be keeping the throats. Now, I did keep the throats of the bigger fish because it's, you know, a little bit more meat, a little bit more to the fish. So we kept, man, are y'all looking at that? One more to get. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and turn my fire off. And last but not least, we're gonna hit them with a little bit of this tasty tangy. Just a little bit. Bango. So we got us a fresh maida, as my daddy would call it. And listen, I'm just gonna make some, woo, We're gonna just get a couple slashes, as Hook City would say. These jokers all crooked. Now listen, I'm breaking a golden rule right here. I always tell people, do not cut towards your hand. That's all the onion I need right there. I'm not gonna need a whole bunch of onion. Lettuce, a little bit of tomato. And boy, I tell you what, man, you couldn't have paid me to eat onions as a young man, but as I've gotten older, I like onion. I'm not gonna eat all that stalk on that lettuce. Turn that off right there. Wash off my lettuce. Give it a good quick rinse. And dry, because I don't want my bread getting soggy. Pat him down. Like that. All right. Man, believe me when I tell you, you need hamburger buns for this. This is a Bluegill burger. All right. Down here in Texas, we got Miss Baird. Shout out to Dad. 30 years, man, retired from this place. Miss Baird, she can tell you all about these buns. If you're here in Fort Worth and you ever pass by the plant off 35, as a little boy, I walked in that place a lot of times. So we got our bun. I'm not gonna toast it or do nothing crazy. I got a little bit of this Hallman's or Hellman's, as they say, real mayonnaise. I'm just gonna put a light coat. I call it light. My daddy like heavy mayonnaise, and I think I like moderate mayonnaise. But listen, we gonna just put a little bit of that there. Real light, man. We don't want to overpower our fish, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I know what this finna be. I'm getting jittery. Y'all know I'm a big man. And look at my throats. Look at the bluegill throats. Now tell me in the comment section that don't look good. We're gonna put our 2 pieces of lettuce down. Yeah, I like lettuce. I got it for my wife. She loves lettuce. Extra lettuce. Baby, I want a hamburger and I want a little extra lettuce. It's getting late. My breath gonna stink. I'm just gonna put 3 on there. Listen, then I'm gonna put, I probably should have put my tomatoes on first. Oh, that look good. Now the part that I really, really love, we're gonna get some of these pretty fillets. Oh my God, let me get this one right. Oh Lord. Third one, let me see something. Show me something good. Oh, there he is. Oh my word. Are y'all seeing this? That's greatness. Oh my God. I don't want no cheese. Now tell me, are y'all looking at that, man? God almighty. Now, somebody in the comment section is hungry. Go on and tell the truth. Somebody in the comment section is hungry. Listen, I can't wait no longer, y'all. Father, we thank you for this food that we're now about to receive for the nourishment of our body. In Christ's name, amen. It's crunchy, it's light, and my God, it's all right. That's good right there. Bluegill sandwich. Make you one. Guys, we got the throats. Again, I am new to this, not true to this. But man, look at that. I mean, if you just want to look, oh man, you talk about flavorful. Right next to the bone. Oh man. What? We got a few bones in it. But I'll tell you what. For the people that like the crispy stuff, that is it, man. Again, all you do is you take your fingers and you peel it off of there. All right, there's a couple of little thin bones in there that you need to get past. But once you do that, it's all right. It's your boy Fisher King, Hook City TV. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. And again, in the comment section, let me know what you think about my sandwich. I'm out here.